Take a look at this new tablet from Samsung. It's the first ever flagship Samsung device to be powered by a MediaTek chipset, and this Dimensity 9300 Plus is seriously powerful. But of course, a device is more than just the chipset alone, so let's talk about it. Do like and subscribe, as that will really help us out a lot. I literally worked non-stop since the day I got this device, and your support really helps us out a lot. So now let's talk about the display of the new Galaxy Tab S10 Plus first. The Tab S10 Plus comes with a 12.4-inch screen with a resolution of 2800 by 1752 pixels and also goes up to 120Hz refresh rate. In other words, it's using the same dynamic AMOLED 2X screen as the Tab S9 Plus. And the quality of the screen is guaranteed too. Now we do have the color vividness slider in the settings menu, and it will behave the same like any other Samsung devices that we have tested. So I'll leave you a link down in the description for you if you want to know more about that slider alone. So I just tested the color accuracy of the Tab S10 Plus with the highest color vividness, and it covers 100% of both sRGB and DCI-P3 color gamuts and has a pretty low average delta E number. Yeah, that maximum is very high, but I think that's an outlier since the average is so low. The brightness is at around 500 nits for this tablet, which is actually okay. Remember, the measurement of nits is candela per meter square, and having a big tablet like this means that the total amount of light it emits is super high. But that's not the only great thing about this tablet. The Tab S10 series of tablets have this anti-reflective screen, and it just looks so damn good. Even if it's super bright outside or there's just a light bulb behind you or something like that, this screen can handle that easily. Effectively, if we're using this tablet outdoors, it does make that 500 nit screen look quote-unquote brighter than other screens because of that anti-reflective technology there, because everything is just more legible on the screen. Our friend from Vitagraphy have both the Galaxy Tab S9 Plus and the Tab S10 Plus, and they did a side-by-side comparison outdoors, and this is why that anti-reflection technology is so important on the Tab S10 Plus. But if we are putting on a screen protector though, then make sure it is the one from Samsung with that anti-reflective coating as well. Else that anti-reflection whatever technology that's present on the Tab S10 Plus is probably gonna be rendered useless. It's kind of a bummer since there is no anti-reflective tempered glass screen protectors that are available in the market right now for our phones or tablets. Either way, I just think that the under-display fingerprint scanner is kind of a mistake on the Tab S10 Plus. The location is pretty much unusable. Please do integrate the fingerprint scanner onto the power button or something like that. Then that way it will actually be useful, because currently I just disable lock screen on the tablet. Yeah, not a very secure thing to do, but convenience. Yeah. With such an amazing screen though, one of the best things to enjoy on the Galaxy Tab S10 Plus is actually gaming. This is the first ever flagship Samsung device to be using a MediaTek chipset, and this Dimensity 9300 Plus truly does not disappoint. I should mention that the Dimensity 9300 Plus is technically a slight overclock over the original 9300, but I'm not sure if it's a bin chip or not. Either way, the result really speaks for itself. If you want to watch our full gaming test video, then the link is down in the description below. So as a summary, we turn up the render resolution to the maximum for all games that we are testing, and also enable the alternate game performance management mode so that it can achieve the highest performance possible. And it can achieve and maintain around 40 to 50 FPS for Genshin Impact version 5.1 with a very high render resolution. That's truly impressive. Zenless Zone 0 is the most surprising to me, as it rendered at the native resolution of 2800 by 1752 pixels and managed to maintain a very smooth experience throughout this intensive 3-minute fight. There were no frame skips or stutters, and that experience is actually even better than the ROG Ally X that I was using to play this game as well. I know it is not a one-to-one comparison since the Android version is different from the PC version, but still, the experience is just so much better on the Tab S10 Plus. Wuthering Waves is also rendering at the native resolution of 2800 by 1752 and managed to maintain above 30 FPS all the time. Seriously, the Dimensity 9300 Plus is an amazing chipset. COD Mobile is the same story as well, rendering at the native resolution and maintain 120 FPS throughout the entire gameplay. COD Warzone had some issues and it kept saying connection issue, but I know this issue isn't due to Wi-Fi, but the game itself. This isn't the first time that I'm experiencing this issue, so I'm not sure when that's gonna be fixed either. Fortnite is rendering nearly at the native resolution, and even though the game isn't particularly optimized for Android devices, we can still get around 30-ish FPS without any frame skips or stutters. In terms of performance, the Dimensity 9300 Plus is just fantastic for gaming. However, it is no surprise that our comment section for the gaming video turned into a literal war zone, because there are many people that says they won't buy this tablet because it is not using Snapdragon. Sorry to say that the 8th Gen 3 is not really that good of a chipset. It heats up excessively, and I'm actually glad that Samsung is using a MediaTek chip for this generation of their tablet, because we really do need a lot more competition in the market. Some people will also ask, why didn't Samsung use the Snapdragon X Elite chip on their tablet? Well, the answer is simple. The X Elite is super high in terms of power consumption, and tablets like this just couldn't supply that much power. We'll talk about the chipset choice in our other video that is coming soon, so do subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Now let's talk about the battery life as well. The Dimensity 9300 Plus is certainly a funky chip since it does not have any efficiency cores. All of them are high performance cores. But does that affect the battery life? Yes, but not too much. We can get around 8 hours and 34 minutes in our standardized battery life test, and that is considered very good for a tablet of this size, and pretty much in line with the 8 Gen 2's efficiency, somewhere around there. In real life usage, having high performance cores like this could be beneficial as it finishes the task way faster, hence saving you more time and power in the long run. The charging speed of the Tab S10 series remains unchanged. It takes in a maximum of 45 watts, and from our test, it can charge from 15% to completion in about 107 minutes. Pretty good, but it can of course be better. The little spikes here means that it is actually controlling the charging speed. It usually happens when the battery is too hot, but as you can see here, the highest battery temperature is only at around 36 degrees Celsius. There is quite a huge thermal headroom left because you can go all the way up to 42.5 degrees Celsius. I presume that the Tab S10 series could actually take in 65 watts to fast charge itself and still be fine. The design of the Galaxy Tab S10 Plus though remains unchanged from the previous generation, so there's really nothing out of the ordinary here. It is 0.1mm thinner than before, but I don't think that will affect the accessories compatibility at all. Ours is in the platinum silver color, and it is also available in the moonstone grey color as well. And I was talking to some friends and they pointed out that this generation of tablets is no longer having the quote-unquote AKG speaker system in their product page. Yeah, the new Tab S10 series speakers are different. How different is it though? Well, have a listen here. I don't have the Tab S9 Plus with me to compare, but I can tell you that it just sounds great on this tablet, so I have no problems with or without AKG. It does still have Dolby audio though. There is also a new dialogue boost option that is found within the settings menu, and I highly recommend you to enable it. It does what it says, boost the volume of the people speaking and leave everything else a little bit softer so you can hear them speak better. Now, the cameras on the Tab S10 Plus, they remain the same as before, and we still do have the dual cameras at the back. I'm really not a fan of tablet photography, but I do know a lot of you guys are using tablets in classes to take pictures of the whiteboard and whatnot. So here's a quick test for you guys. Overall, I do think that the cameras are definitely good for that use case. It's just that the cameras on the Tab S10 Plus does not have any form of stabilization, and yeah, that's the same as before as well. So if you wanna take some pictures, make sure you have a very steady hand. Now let's talk about the software. The Galaxy Tab S10 Plus comes with One UI 6.1.1 with Android 14 out of the box. And we do have all of the features found on other Samsung devices as well, including the entire connectivity ecosystem and all of the AI features out of the box, so there is no waiting around. A few notable highlights that are found here, like the math solver. What's impressive here is that it shows you the steps on how to complete the math problem that you have presented. And since this is housed within the Circle to Search feature, it pretty much works on any documents that we are viewing on the tablet. And this is great because people do use tablets to help them study, right? So yeah, it can help you do some math questions. One of the great features on Samsung devices is going to be moods and routines. I have been using it to do a lot of automation on my devices, and I think this feature is crucial on a tablet. I'll just show you a teaser on what kind of routines that I have configured right now, and I'll be adding a few more after this review. So we will have another video talking about this as well, so do subscribe. Also, the Galaxy Tab S10 series will be getting 7 generations of Android OS upgrades and 7 years of security patches. While I can't confirm it, I do believe that the upgrade to Android 15 that is coming in January, I think, is going to be counted as 1 generation of Android OS upgrades. But the 7 years of security patches are counted from the calendar day of the launch of this tablet, so that is not a problem. I also want to have a section to talk about Samsung DeX. There is a different variant of DeX available on the Tab S10 series. By default, it changes to a mode that I have no idea how to describe. Any apps that we open in this new DeX mode will be stacking on top, and all of them will be in multi-window mode. I'm not sure how many different apps can be opened all at once, but I open a lot and they all seem to be switching between them real quickly, so yeah. Google Chrome multi-window also works in this mode as well, so it really takes productivity to the next level. I think that the new DeX interface is kinda great since it practically becomes a multitasking powerhouse. We can still change it to the classic DeX mode by heading into the settings menu and reverting it back to the old DeX mode. And as for the S Pen though, it is included in the box with the tablet and it is pretty much the same as before. It looks the same, feels the same, and also works the same way as well. I'm not an artist myself, but I can be one thanks to the new Sketch to Image AI feature. I mean, at least it beautifies my ugly drawing. Jokes aside, I do think that the S Pen is great whenever I need to use it. I actually have been exploiting some of the features from the S Pen via moods and routines for a long time, and we will show you guys in the next video because there's just a lot of things to show you guys. And a few more things to mention before we end this video. Both the tablet and the S Pen are rated for IP68, and the Tab S10 series does have a microSD card slot at the top here. However, there is no audio jack, and that is to be expected. The book cover keyboard slim with AI key, we'll leave that for another video as well. There are a lot of features that we have to talk about, and it will take quite some time to go through all of them. So at the end, should you buy this Galaxy Tab S10 Plus? I do think that the performance coming out of the Dimensity 9300 Plus chipset is magnificent. Combined with that anti-reflective screen, this is a unique tablet compared to anything else in the market right now. The price of this tablet is at 4,599 ringgit or $1,000 for the 256 gigs version. For us here in Malaysia, we'll be actually getting it a whole lot cheaper than the other Pro tablet on the market right now. And we still get the keyboard for free as well. But if you don't use the keyboard, then yeah, things get a little bit more complicated. So that's all that we have to share with you here today. I really do like this tablet a lot, and it is going to be my main tablet moving forward. So expect some random content here and there regarding this tablet in the future. Yeah, do like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.